Oh, hey y'all. So I finished today in about 9.5. We're gonna cap it probably around 15 or 16 minutes today. We got for intensity and technique. Starts off with 50 box jumps. So you don't come back to these, you do it one time. This should be a low box. We want you to go 50 in a row. Maybe break it up into 2 sets, but we want you being fast on these box jumps. Really with this workout, the stimulus we're going after feels a lot like sled pushes, except you gotta keep that technique at a premium. So after your 50 box jumps, we're going into 2 rounds, 25 thrusters, 40% of a max, 25 deadlifts with that same weight. So that thruster weight is just a little heavier than what we usually do thrusters at. We usually go about 35% of a max, sometimes up in the 40 or 50 range. We can go higher, but usually we're around that 35% range to get the stimulus we're after. So today we're going a little heavier, gets you out of your comfort zone just a little bit. Makes you a little more unsure of your rep schemes, especially if you're someone who's done 35% thrusters so often. Deadlifts, same weight, so deadlifts are super light. So really what this feels like is that first set of thrusters, you really just have to keep yourself in check. It's a trap. And you just want to be sure and remember that it's the second half of the first round, it's the second round of thrusters that really matter. And thrusters, if you do just a couple reps too many, gives you that kind of anaerobic, dizzying feeling, and it's really hard to get going. It's such a explosive movement with that hip drive and press, especially as we get a little bit heavier. So you just want to be real conservative in those sets, especially in the beginning. First round of deadlifts, you kind of want to be conservative too. Not as conservative as you're going to be on the thrusters, but you also want to be thinking if you blow your deadlifts up, that next round of thrusters might be so much harder. So that first round of deadlifts is all just about feeling your legs. And you're gonna have to push through the burn a little bit, but really you're just feeling your legs and trying to consider how that transfers over to the thrusters that are coming up. So what I ended up doing on the thrusters is I did 5s the whole way. I was using a weight that's about 45 or 50%, so I was going a little heavier today, just kind of because that's 95 pounds. That's what a lot of these RX workouts are, and I typically do really well on things like box jumps, and so sometimes I like to bias the weight a little bit more there. So I did 5s, and my guess is for most people doing 5s to 8s is going to be the way to go. If you're extremely strong, you might be going above these RX numbers, but if you're extremely strong and you're going RX, you might be able to do bigger sets, like maybe 2 sets, 13 and 12. Something like that. Deadlifts, same thing. Probably, I did 3 sets, so probably 2 sets max. You want to be conservative on that first round. So I went 5s on the thrusters. I went 3 sets on the deadlifts. I went 8, 7, 7. Is that what I did? No, I went 9, 8, 8. Trying to figure out how the math works. But anyway, then thrusters 5 and 5, and then I went 25 unbroken on that last round. The last 25 is just kind of mean. You know it's light. Your legs are blown up, your cardio is blown up, the grip hurts, it's easy to get lazy and let those shoulders go, so you kind of have to battle for posture and just know you can do 25 deadlifts. It's just a matter if you want to. So make sure going into the workout, you know, once you get there, it's just deal with it. You got nothing afterwards, so just kind of make it look good, go for it. So again, it took me about 9.5, again, for intensity and technique. So prioritize making this stuff look good over just go, 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 go. Then go as hard as you can over it. We're going to throw probably a 16-minute time cap on this one. And you just want to be round 1, be a little conservative on the first couple sets of thrusters, be conservative on the deadlifts. When you come back around, almost ignore the second round of deadlifts and just make that workout. How do I get these second round of 25 thrusters done in the fewest sets possible with the least amount of rest? How can you get that done? And then deal with the deadlifts when you get there, and you'll probably be able to go unbroken 2 sets max, as long as you just put yourself in the moment, deal with what it feels like, and just keep telling yourself it's just a matter of time, it's just a matter of time, just a matter of time. Low box, 40%, same weight on the deadlifts, just make it super light. Enjoy this one, have fun. It feels a lot like pushing a sled, getting that kind of high explosiveness on the legs mixed with a lot more technique. Have fun, talk to y'all soon.